All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do another set of updates for you guys. Start off the week with some updates for some of these platforms that we are in. Of course, everything I talk about on this channel is for entertainment purposes only. So do your own research, do your own due diligence. If you do decide to get into anything that I talk about or crypto in general, only put in what you can afford to lose, guys, because it's all risky stuff. So that being said, we'll jump into it. We'll talk a little bit about Ape Heroes. We'll talk a little bit about Panda Inu. Obviously, we'll talk about Drip and the new farm that they have coming up. And we'll touch on some of these miners. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days. I feel like I haven't done a video in a while. I was actually in Philly, hanging out, taking care of some stuff. So for the past, I guess, 3 or 4 days, I was out there. So it feels like I've been out of the loop here for a second. But really 3 or 4 days isn't really a lot of, it's really nothing. But when you're so used to doing daily videos, it does seem like you're just you got to get back into your routine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing these videos again and be a little bit more systematic with it. But that being said, let's just jump into it because we got a lot of information. I'm not going to go into all these different miners. Usually I'm doing these miners one by one, and I'm in so many of them that it just becomes, the video just gets really, really long. So, I mean, if you guys like that type of video, I'll continue doing them. If not, I'll just kind of, brush through them and then talk about other stuff. But these miners are all doing well. This right here, I guess somebody made this site. I don't really know who made this site, to be honest, but it's basically a site that helps you take a quick glance at all the different miners that you're in. I don't know if it picks up every single miner I'm in. I think there's a couple of miners that I'm in that are not in here, I think. And again, the numbers may not be super duper accurate, to the T, but it does give you a basic idea. I took a quick look. I do have more than 7238 in my balance. I think I have like 8,000 and change in my balance, but I'm actually going to just withdraw. But yeah, I'm not going to go over every single one of these contracts. I may do that in the future. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a video like that. But leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you like that kind of stuff. Some of you guys like that when I go to these contracts. Some of you guys don't. I'll give you the content that you're looking for. So let me know, if you want me to continue doing that. But that being said, contracts for the most part are, some of them are decreasing. As a matter of fact, most of them are decreasing, but they're doing it at such a slow pace that, yeah, it just gives us a lot more time to interact with these contracts. And as I've said before, um, as long as the withdraw button works, I'm good to go, right? Rex, this one here isn't launching until first quarter of 2022. So I already did a video where I talked about all the information they went through on the AMA, so you can check that out. But yeah, again, like I said before, I'm keeping a loose eye on Rex 2.0. Do I want it to succeed? Yes. Okay, I want it to succeed 100% because I've invested into the 1.0 version. So I do have a little skin in the game. That being said, I'm not holding my breath. Again, I'll keep a loose eye on it. And if it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, oh well, we're moving on, right? That's the name of the game with crypto. You can't get too emotional when things don't go your way because there's another rocket ship getting ready to take off. And you might miss that opportunity if you're kind of feeling bad about the opportunity that that you just missed. So all of that just to say, we'll keep a loose eye on it. We'll talk about it a little bit more as we get closer to it. But that's what's going on with Rex. Faucet contract, Drip. Let's take a quick look at Drip. $17.22. So it's holding steady. I wish I had bought more. It did touch $15 a couple of days ago, and I wish I had bought more at that point. I was kind of holding off until it goes below $15 to buy some more. And then inevitably it goes to 16, it goes to 17, and it starts, hovering around 16, 17, 18 bucks. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, that being said, even though the Manor Farm is about to launch, the new miner is about to launch, those are in addition to the faucet contract. This one here has been working unbelievably well for the last couple of months. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I have $12,000 here in my balance. Pretty insane. If you don't have a position yet in Drip, while we're jumping into, the Panda Inus and the NFTs and the Ape Heroes and these different farms that are coming out, while we're jumping into all of that, in the background, This thing has been super solid. So get you a position in the faucet contract. If you want to use my buddy address, you can. If not, no big deal. But this has been rock solid, and I believe it's going to continue to do so as we move forward, because dev team behind it, they're competent. They're competent guys. When you have competent people on the dev team, that right there is like 50% of the battle, because there's so many dev teams that just get it wrong. And when you have a competent dev team, that's 50% of the battle. The other 50% is having a community, right? You can have a really solid dev team. If there's no community behind it or no promotion, no marketing, it's not going to do well. Well, this has all of that. It has the marketing, it has the community, it has everything in place, so get you a position. It's not too late. It's not too late. When you have a platform that's paying out 1% a day until you hit 365%, how could you go wrong, right? All right. That being said, let's move on. Manor Farm, the public, right now, this week, they're doing the audit based on the Telegram. They're doing the audit this week. And I believe after the audit, they're going to announce the date of the public pre-sale. So if you're interested in getting into the public pre-sale, they will be announcing the date for that soon as the audit is done. So after that is done, people are going to buy into the public pre-sale, and then they're going to have the launch of the Manor Farm, which should last 14 days, and then it'll go into L2, which is the animal farm. We'll talk about that as we get closer to that. No need to worry about that. That's a little bit down the road. All you need to know is if you didn't get into the sale, the raise and the private sale, the public sale is going to occur soon. So get ready for that. A lot of people have asked, did I, do I have any of these tokens? Did I jump into any of the private sales? I haven't really been doing too many videos about it. And the answer is yes, I did get into the private sale. Let me show you here. I don't know if this will update, but I did jump into the private sale because I'm in the DAO. To get into the DAO, you need to have 300 REAP. So you can see here, I did get into the private sale. I have 1,171 PREV. What am I going to do with that? I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm probably going to put it into the single staking pool. Not exactly sure. For me, the big play for me, I'll be honest with you, is the miner. This is what I'm super stoked about. Not that I'm not going to jump into the farm. Obviously, I'll throw a little bit in, the pool or the farm. But for me, the big play is going to be the drip liberation, which is drip liberation is only, taking your BUSD, sticking it in here so you can get the drip BUSD LP tokens. But the big play for me is going to be the miner. So between the miner and the original drip faucet contract, this should be really, really good because it'll play off one another. By putting it into the liberation and by putting it into the miner, you're contributing to drip BUSD, right? It's going to be paired with a stable token, and the price of drip should stabilize somewhat. And then it'll even be buy pressure, because when people are putting BUSD into the liberation, half of it's going to buy drip. So there's going to be buy pressure for drip. There's going to be more stability for drip. So it should be, happy days ahead of us. That's why, look, you can see I have over $100,000 worth of drip in my wallet right now. I want to see how this kind of plays out. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to play out. I'm kind of experiencing it with you guys, because this is all experimental. We're going to see what happens here. So I want to kind of get a feel of what's going to happen here with these tokens and then kind of plan out the next play from there. But if you're in my Telegram, you'll know what that play is going to be. Anyway, Panda Inu, quick update for this. What's the update here? Am I on this? Okay, so this one here, round 3, we're already at 60%. So this was stalling at about 10% or 15% for the longest time. All of a sudden, it jumped to 60%. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how that happened. I don't know if that was artificial or if there's actually whales that are buying into this. But I'll take it, as long as this thing hits 100% so we can move out of this private sale and into the public sale. I'm all for it because I'm holding on to a couple of these tokens, about $130,000 worth of these tokens. And I do want to, see a profit with them. So we'll see what happens here. But that one, it was at 10 to 15% for the longest time. All of a sudden, it's at 60%. They're saying in the Telegram that hopefully by the end of this week, it'll be at 100%, and we can kind of move forward with this. But we'll see. We'll see. It's very hard to predict these things, especially with this particular platform. But we'll see what happens. So that being said, let's jump into Ape Heroes. Ape Heroes, as you can see here, they were scheduled last Thursday to do their minting event, and then they pushed it for 24 hours because Binance Smart Chain was having congestions, which it was, right? Obviously, it was having a lot of congestions. And then when people, when it launched on Friday at the same time, yeah, people were able to get into it. There was a little snafu because, people were trying to jump on with mobile. And apparently when you clicked on Mint, I think that they didn't have it attached to a call function, so it would just take you to the contract. So people had to manually use the contract, which people don't know how to do that. A lot of people don't know how to do that. And for people who are on mobile, they couldn't connect the contract on mobile because it just wasn't connecting. So there was a couple of challenges. I'll be honest with you. That was, do I wish it went smoother? Yeah, I wish it went smoother. Obviously, I was there ready to buy. And I was on mobile because I was traveling. I was in Philly. I was running around. Was not in front of a computer. So I got into it late because by the time I got in front of a computer, a couple of hours had passed. I thought I had missed it, to be honest, and I was ready to just kind of move on to the next thing. But I looked, there was some more to be minted. So I did pick up at that point, nowhere near the amount that I was originally going to put in because, I'll be honest, I was already salty about the whole situation, not because of Ape Heroes, just, that shit just happens, man. For whatever reason, whenever you need something to happen, it's just Murphy's Law, right? Anything that can go wrong does go wrong. But all of that just to say that I did pick some up, as you can see here. Let me see here. My heroes, I did pick some up. I got a bunch. I went through them briefly. I have a bunch of legendary ones. I have some rare ones. Obviously, I have a lot of common ones, which is normal. But I do have a couple. I think I have like 10 legendary ones. Here's one of them right here. There's a rare one right here. Epic, rare, epic. There's a rare one. Obviously, there's a bunch of common ones mixed into this. There's rare. Yeah. Another rare one right there. There's 3 rare ones in a row. Right. So yeah, this will be interesting to see what happens with this. I know there's people already using Tofu NFT. Obviously, the market here on the Ape Hero site isn't up yet. I believe the end of the week is the target date for when they want to have the market up and running. But there's actually people already on Tofu NFT selling their Ape Heroes, as you can see here. There's people selling already. Some of these guys are selling it for 1.5 BNB, 0.9 BNB, 6.5 BNB. You might say, well, how come the disparity in price? Probably because some of these are common, some of these are more rare, some of them might be legendary. So I guess the ones that are legendary are a little bit more. But you can, if you want to buy these, you certainly can. They have developed a partnership. I just looked at the let me see here. This one, yeah. So this was the post, their pinned post on Telegram. It says, "Good morning, Apes. We have officially partnered with Tofu NFT, and they have added our 10% royalty." Because previously to that, people were on Tofu NFT and they were putting their Ape Heroes there. They were buying and selling. I believe they were, I don't know if they were buying, but I believe there was a lot of people that were selling. But the problem with that is because it wasn't attached, it wasn't attached to the original marketplace. The contract wasn't allowing for these 10% royalties to be paid out. So they decided to just put an official partnership because, people are doing it already. Why not, right? They put an official partnership, and now I believe the 10% royalty is in place. As a reminder, these funds will be used for extra airdrops lotteries until we have the contract built to distribute 3% and 7% correctly, which will be done after our marketplace is up. So it's not 100% up. There is a royalty, but the 3% and 7% original minting bonus, that'll be adjusted in the contract, but they're going to do that after the marketplace is set up on Ape Heroes, because that's the priority right now, which is, I agree with that. So soon enough, we'll have the marketplace up here. You'll be able to put your Ape Heroes here. And again, cool thing about this project is you have the 3% current holder rewards and then the 7% lifetime original minter royalties, which I covered in detail already on another video. But yeah, that's going to be super duper exciting. So I'll keep you guys updated on this. So far, I'm not really looking to sell my Ape Heroes right now. I'm going to hold for a while and see what happens. The longer you hold these things, typically the successful NFT project, more it goes up in price. Obviously, this thing is 2 days, since it got minted, or 3 days or whatever it was. So, there's people selling it, but I do believe the price of these NFTs will go up as we move forward. It's just getting started. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Lots of different stuff. Covered a little bit of everything today in this video. If you have any questions, hit me up over on Telegram or post your question underneath this video. If you're not following me on Telegram, go ahead and follow me on Telegram. I'll leave a link for that down below. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. Every time I do a brand new video, you will get notified. All the links to everything that I talked about is down below, and I'll catch you on the next update video. Peace.